what else you got.
That's a good explanation. I guess the next question, one of the things that you touched upon you do it in your act, and you touched upon it in here, and you definitely talk about it in the book, and it's something that as a friend that I've come to learn how to be present in more conversations as such, and that was I even did it today. We went to dinner with Nina's parents earlier, and she was saying a name, the last name of a comedian that we know, and as she's saying it, I'm unconsciously, I just start to say the name, because one of the things that I've learned from knowing Nina and being an impatient person that I can be, is that I actually say this in her intros, like, what can I say about Nina G that wouldn't take her longer to say? And that's a joke that only I can say. Because
and we make that very clear.
We make that, yeah, because we make, the fact being it's only one of those things where in conversations that for people who stutter, one of the things that, as she pointed out, it's what I imagine is your hope with this book to help people rethink and kind of redefine like how just conversation, basic conversations, so that we can learn to give people who stutter the time to just speak the way they speak.
Yes, thank you for answering your own question.
I was trying to come up with a way. I mean, the first one I've done of these, right? So I'm coming some slack here. You know.
But yes, Dave, yes, that is a very insightful question. And what I want to add to it is that there is a concept in disability called neurodiversity, which is everybody's brain is different, and sometimes that brain is an OCD brain or an ADHD brain or a dyslexic brain, or in my case, a stuttering dyslexic auditory processing brain, and that all those brains are fine. And the problem is not with our brains, but with an environment that isn't accommodating. The problem with ADHD isn't necessarily with ADHD, but it's in a world where you're in a cubicle and you have your computer and you have your iPhone and you have this and you have that and all these things coming at you. And we have to look at disability in a different way, and that it is a social construct. If there was ramps everywhere, then a person who used a wheelchair really would not be disabled, because they would have everything accessible. And the worst barrier across all disabilities is other people's attitude. A lot of times people think that there's a saying that the only disability is a bad attitude. And Stella Young has a wonderful TED Talk on this, and she used a wheelchair, and what she said is that no amount of smiling at library books is going to turn those books into Braille for someone who is blind. And that we need to change the environment, but the attitudes is the big part of that.
All right. Good enough for me. How about you guys? All right.